So May looks as though it is going to be, as I say, about finances for you. Let's start here at the beginning of May, and we see this beautiful Ace of Pentacles handed to you, this gold coin. It's like an offering of gold, money, ideas, firmness coming to you at the very beginning of May. Now, it can also be considered the sign of Capricorn or Taurus or Virgo energy, because it's a earth sign type energy. So this offer may involve one of those particular astrological star sign energies around it as well. Quite often when we think of this, we think of careers, like it just is associated more with work and career than it is with, say, love. So it feels as though there's some new beginnings or vibrational energy around your career possibilities. So it's a great card to receive. I often still think of it as being in the air. So it's not fully there yet, it's coming. It's kind of being formatted and established. So it's possibly, even though it's at the beginning of May, this may be the very beginning of the ideas or the offer. And it may take a little while to fully mature, but it's pretty overall, it's a pretty good card to have. It exudes positivity and financial stability or financial strength maybe. Then we come to the Queen of Pentacles. Again, we see her holding this beautiful orb of money and gold right in her sort of mid zone of her body, right where the strength is again. It's as if you get some sort of strength either from your finances or about your finances, or a lot. Those are the thoughts I'm getting and the feelings that are coming. Again, we could be associated with another earth sign person, so you may find this person coming into your life, and if you're a male watching, you could find yourself involved romantically with a person like this, a woman like this. She exudes warmth, hospitality, outward pleasantries. She's very nurturing, tolerant, understanding, hospitable. Oftentimes when this card turns up, you could be going to an event that's just lovely, you know, a happy social event where people have a great time. So this could either be occurring at your home and someone might be organising it that's involved with it, or you could be attending events like that as well. Again, another positive sign for your finances, and also I think for your mid area of your body, as if you're gaining solar plexus strength, which is where we gain our personal strength from. When we are weak in the solar plexus zone, we lose a lot of our individual strength, and we feel more emotional and more susceptible to other people's needs and wants. It's a very important place to gain strength right in here. So if we come here to the Two of Pentacles, this is a little further down in May. We're still on the money cycle. And that's interesting, I say cycle. So it's a little more up and down. It's as if it's coming and going a little bit more in the third week. So whether or not you've got a sudden amount of bills you need to pay or cover off, or the finances you thought were coming to you slow up a bit, or maybe it feels as though it reverses for some reason. But remember what I said, this could take longer than you actually think. You know it's coming and you can sort of feel it coming, but it may not get there for a while. And it may not even be in May. You know, if you were looking for a new job, it could get put on hold for some reason. But it's most likely to turn out in your favour in the end, one way or another. I also think of this card often as travel, because we see in the background the boats in the ocean. So some of you might be travelling, and you might even travel by boat, or your travel might be overseas. If we think of health, we think of cycles again. So if you've got something that's been bothering you, it might be a cyclical issue that needs addressing. As well, there could be something that's coming and going, that it's a cycle that it's in, so you've got to kind of live with it or deal with it. Ups and downs. That's what I think of with this card. But overall, you've got a lot of very positive energy. Then we get to this one, the Empress. She's your major arcana card. She's about fertility. Actually, this is what this cycle could be as well if we're thinking of health. It could be fertility cycles, conception, that type of thing. This card here, she exudes fertility and conceiving of a child. So if you're not wanting to be in that position, you probably should be thinking quite carefully about making sure that doesn't happen. She's also a bit earth sign related. Similar energies, in fact, to the Queen of Pentacles. It feels as though either this woman around you or this type of vibration in May, really nice, like lovely, positive, grounded, earth, warm, sunny, loving, happy, supportive, nurturing. They're lovely energies to be surrounded in. So if this type of person or situation comes into your life in May, really lap it up and enjoy it, because it's just very, very nice. She's generally a positive sign, again, for finances, health. We think of woman's health, menstrual cycles, fertility, eggs, ovum. But overall, she's positive. They're all good. So there you are, Scorpio. I think your May feels monetary, very monetary, and overall pretty on the upswing. Let's have a look at a couple of cards through here, because these are cards that sometimes deal with our shadow self, if you like, the bits of us that we often don't talk about in public, or we're not sure how to address the situations that come up with them. They're really nice cards that just can make you think a little bit harder about parts of yourself. The Angel of Emergence. It's time for the real you to emerge. Well, that's nice, isn't it? So, you know, if you've been thinking for a while or contemplating what is it you want to do, or what are your ambitions or goals, or where do you want to go, or have you been hiding a part of yourself from someone in your life, either a partner or family members or something along those lines, let it come out. You know, let the real you be happy and shine. And it's the universe is saying this is a time now to embrace that, to let that shadow side of yourself, if you like, be fully out in the open, and say to people, well, if you don't like me for what I am, then, you know, you're probably not who I need in my life either. So this could be a good time for you to really think on this one and see what it is that you're not being honest with about yourself. I think that's the best way to address that. And one more. The Goddess of Compassion. Yeah, self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth. You know, don't doubt yourself, and don't be too judgmental or harsh, because I know it is difficult. Well, none of us are perfect, and none of us proclaim to be, that's for sure. But when you get caught in a cycle of being negative about yourself for whatever reason, you really prevent yourself from moving forward with opportunities and growth. And so you get stuck in this place of darkness and falsity. You know, you try and hide your true self because you're too afraid to sort of bring it out and show it. And then you start negating all the magic of yourself and all the wonder and the glory and who you really are. So it's so important that you connect back with yourself and allow that blossoming to come forward, and don't be afraid of who you are, and don't be afraid to show it, because what's the point if it's not the real you? What's the point? And I think that's a strong message for you for May. Just go for it, Scorpio. Really embrace who you are in life, because this is your life and you are the most important person in it. And that really is the truth. So one more card, just the higher vibrational ones to finish with. We'll see what comes out for you for this one. Well, it seems like it's that one there that wants to come out. Empathy. And I think this is empathy with yourself. You know, and being forgiving and understanding and tolerant and patient, all those wonderful positive vibrations that when you do, you find this lovely healing energy, this beautiful green that will come straight into your heart, because that's where empathy comes from, understanding from the heart. And if you can give empathy for any situation and any person, you actually allow that empathy to come into your own life and about yourself as well. So there you are, Scorpio. I think this reading was very much about you and empowering yourself, because you can do it. So wishing you all the very best for May. Got some great potential there. Kia kaha and much araha.